Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with the co-host, Rick the Ruler. How you feeling today, cuzzo?
All right, man. A little tired, but we got the win, so you got to feel good about that.
Right. It was a late one. I looked up at like 10 o'clock. I'm like, yeah, these guys are still almost. So good one. We stayed up late for a good reason. I hate when we stay up late and then we're tired and we
Well,
lost.
yeah.
It's not fun. It's not fun. Um, so we beat the Wizards. In the preseason finale, 105-89, the way we should. Um, Side note, as I said last show, Kristaps was not gonna play. I knew it. I just knew he wasn't gonna play. I
They
just knew
had
he
him
wasn't.
out there shooting around, knowing that he
Yeah, like
wasn't going to step on the court.
he wasn't gonna step in the court. I don't know what it is. I think a Wizards fan tweeted back at me online because Ian Bagley, shout out to Ian Bagley. He posted that he wasn't gonna be playing. So I said, I'm like, this guy, of course, this guy never plays. He's always, every time he got to play New York, he's never playing New York. And then he was like, well, he's injured, so obviously they're gonna rest him. And I'm like, dog, he's always injured. That's the
Yeah.
point. Like
He's
every
always
single time
rested.
he has to play in New York, he's injured. Different injury every single time. But whatever. That's the part of the reason why I was sick of this guy, man. He was always hurt for something. You know what I mean? Shout out RBL, man. How you doing, bro? How you doing? Yeah, but yeah, KP, this guy out of here. Anyway, so what's going on, IP? Shout out to the chat. My boy Wave in the building. Got everybody here. So get some stats up here. Let's start with the man of the game. I mean, Jalen Brunson had 27 points, but the man of the game was definitely Mitchell Robinson. I don't like he was everywhere. This is one of the best games I've seen from Mitchell Robinson tonight. 20 points, 12 rebounds, two steals, 2 blocks. He was just everywhere. 9 for 12 from the field, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. The offensive rebounds, 9 offensive rebounds. He only had 3 defensive rebounds. You know what I mean? Like this guy
Yeah.
hunts offensive rebounds. And it's I mean, if he can do this all year, and he's not doing this against like some scrubs. You got Taj
Right.
Gibson out there. You had Daniel Gafford who
Yeah.
who jumps out the freaking gym all game long. He was dunking on everybody. But Mitch was in there grabbing offensive rebounds, offensive boards, and they were doubling him on everyone. There was one play I think he had like 2. One went out to I think he passed it to Julius on the first offensive rebound. Got it again, passed it to RJ. RJ swung it to Brunson in the corner for the open 3, and he knocks it down. Like invaluable, man. I'm so glad we re-signed him. I would have been pissed watching him play this well in
On
another
another
jersey.
team. Yeah.
I would have been so mad watching this guy play this well on another in another jersey. There's no possible way that Knicks fans would have seen this version of Mr. Robinson and wouldn't have blown up the front office. There's no way. But I mean, that's it. I'm tired of gushing over Mitchell Robinson. I'll let you gush over.
Nah, he just look the last couple of games he looked really aggressive. I feel like he's like, all right, this is my worth. This is my job. I got the bag now. Let me prove that I earned it. So I love it. And like you said, I hope he continues to do this all season because this is what we need from him.
Yeah, man. For real.
I thought he worked out, his foul shot kinks, but I guess there's a little more work to do.
Yeah, there's more work to do.
That's
He's
it.
got more work to do. He's definitely got
RJ
more
too.
work to do. RJ2, and we'll get to RJ. Actually, let's go over to RJ real quick before we head to whoever else we're going to talk to next. RJ was 6 for 13 from the field tonight. He had 19 points. He had a block, 2 turnovers. I think my son woke up. He was sleeping, and he woke up. He's by himself, so he's not going to be happy about that. You okay, Joe? I guess he'll be fine. He'll probably pop up here in a second. You okay? Anyway, introducing my kids. But anyway, RJ Barrett, 19 points, 1 block, 2 assists, 12 rebounds for RJ. If we needed any defensive rebounds tonight, it was going to be had by RJ Barrett.
11.
Yeah, just 11 defensive rebounds. 3 for 5 from the free throw line, 4 for 7 from the three, 6 for 13 from the field. All numbers that you would like to see better. I mean, of course, you would like to see better, but RJ put together a good game.
Yeah.
19, like I said, 19 points, 12 rebounds. And the thing that I'm liking about this team, the starting lineup, mainly is that the ball spreads around a lot more often than ever I've ever seen in any Knicks. Besides the 2012, 2013 Knicks, that was the last time I seen this much ball movement on this roster. And it's just beautiful to see, man. I love watching these guys play together, and every game they're getting chemistry.
And
But
Julius
yeah,
Randle, he talks about it. He talks
yeah.
about sharing the ball, and he's
Mhm.
saying, the more you do it, the more not infectious, the more other people want to do it, and
Mhm.
it creates a nice team camaraderie. So
Yeah.
I'm with it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, and that's the thing that I do like is, especially hearing Julius Randle say stuff like that, is that, I know Julius means well. I know he really wants to be a good teammate and all that. So, I mean, we'll get to Julius. Anyway, finish up with RJ. Good game. Plus 25 in a plus minus. So, in 33 minutes at the game, he played more minutes than anybody else.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. You think he's playing too much? Like for these preseason, do you think that was too much?
Bro. First of all, it's Tibbs. Second of all, I noticed that this was the game where they kind of wanted to test out who was going to really be playing major minutes. So I think this game was really
So
the
what? It
reason
was
why you see a lot.
questionable that RJ might not play all these. But come on,
What do you mean?
You said he was testing out to see who would play minutes. So why is he playing RJ so much? We
No,
already
no, no,
know
no, no,
RJ's
no.
getting minutes.
No, that's not the thing. You have to see which unit works with each other. So when you run a certain lineup out there, if
Oh,
you
you're
got
talking about the rotations. Got
the
you.
rotation, yeah.
Okay.
So if you have they want to test out how RJ, Mitch, and Grimes run with
Play together.
play with certain guys. So that was kind of the thing with Brunson. You saw a lineup with Brunson and basically the whole starting unit replaced by Grimes with replaced Fournier with Grimes at a certain point in I think the third or fourth quarter, towards the end of the third, I believe, or beginning of the fourth. But yeah, he was just testing out lineups that he didn't get to do to try out because Grimes was hurt the entire preseason. Which was my only concern with Grimes, is that he's kind of like shown me that he might be one of those guys that have knick-knack injuries all throughout the season. Like, say he might miss a game or two here or there with something I stubbed my toe kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like he strikes me as one of those with the little ones, nothing heavy, nothing, no Kristaps Porzingis type shit, but
just 2 games here and there.
Two games, a game or two, he's in the boot and he's back out on the floor. But yeah, so I think that's the reason why you see those many minutes. 33 minutes for RJ is a lot in the preseason, but then again, like I said, we're talking about Tibbs. Sadly, I would hope that doesn't continue, but we're talking about Tibbs. Anyway, moving on. Of course, we settle on my man Jalen Brunson. So big night, his best scoring night in the Knicks jersey. 27 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 3 for 5 from the 3-point line, 10 for 16 from the field, 4 for 4 from the 100% from the free throw line. He is getting very, very comfortable, and that's what I've been waiting to see. I've just been waiting to see him get comfortable with these guys and to just play his game. And the thing that they did at a certain point in the first quarter, they were running Fournier at the point. for like 2-3 straight plays, and I did not understand what was going on. Like I was thoroughly confused as to why even Julius was on the right side, running up the right side. Brunson's running up the left side, and you got Fournier bringing the ball up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, first thing I said is, why is Fournier? And he throws alley to Mitch, and I'm like, okay, all right, shut up.
Trying some stuff out,
Trying some stuff out, and then he did something. He had another play. Not like I said, I don't want to see that. I do not want to see it because it reminds me of, we need a guard out there. Alec Burks, go out there and run point. That's what it reminds me of. You have Jalen Brunson there. Why are you running the offense through Evan Fournier? But I digress. It didn't amount to any terrible basketball play, so I can't be too mad, but it does strike me as very odd.
It doesn't make sense. You got all these point guards. Why are you taking someone who's a shooting guard and putting them at the point? For what? Like, what are you trying to... I don't get it.
What do you want to see?
Yeah, what are you missing? You trying to keep Evan on the court somehow, so you think maybe this will work better? Is that what you're going for?
What do you? Did you not try this in practice enough to where now you got to try it in an actual game? Like, I don't. Like I said, Tibbs is way smarter than me when it comes to basketball, and a lot of things. He's been on this planet longer than me. I'm sure he knows a lot more than me. So, as much as I don't agree with a lot of the things that he does,
it's probably for a reason.
He does it for a reason. I think, that's one thing that I've learned so far with Tibbs is that he does everything he does for a reason. The reason why he doesn't do things is for a reason. Like the lineup with Obi and Julius. The reason why you're not going to see that lineup much is because he believes that those numbers are terrible. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it looks like when Obi's in the fast break, and he's getting open dunks and stuff like that, and the crowd is cheering. Coach is looking at numbers. Yeah, I don't like how this looks. You know what I mean? That's just coach. But anyway, Brunson looked amazing tonight. That's what we wanted to see from Brunson. Tell me how you felt about Brunson tonight.
I think he knew that he had to make up for the last game.
Mm-hmm. He had 11 points.
He was awful.
Yeah, he was bad. It was bad. So, 4 for 16 or 4 for 15, I think.
I don't remember the number, but yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't pretty at all. But
4 for 14.
This shows that he knows how to play ball, and it shows that he's capable of having games like this. So this is good.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see this in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is that I guess you talk about point guards. And the first thing everybody wants to see is this guy throwing tons of assists. And I think point guard is really just a floor general, someone who takes charge. He doesn't necessarily have to average the most assists. And
just makes the right play.
He makes the right play all the time, whether it's for him or his teammate.
Right.
And I think that's the player that Jalen Brunson is. I would rather that than someone who's just a straight point guard, because you know who's a great point guard? If you just want to be a point guard? Overpaid. and we didn't need that. We needed more than that. Like I said, there's so much to Jalen Brunson's game. They even had Evan Fournier listed. If you look at it on the screen, it says Evan Fournier is the point guard and Jalen Brunson is the team.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was just like, I don't know if that's like a...
I really hope this is not a thing. I was looking forward to Evan not even being in the starting lineup. You telling me he's going to be the starting point guard?
I wonder if they announced it like that. Because why would it be on it? I don't know. NBA, we messing up sometimes, though.
This is concerning. This is very concerning to me. I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe everybody else is calm about this shit. I'm not liking this at all. But anyway, did you talk about Jalen? You did you get your thoughts about Jalen already?
Yeah.
That threw me off. Anyway, let's talk about Evan since we're here. 4 points, plus 20 on the plus minus, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. So he wasn't just on the floor. Right. 2 for 6 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, and 0 for 0 from the free throw line. He doesn't necessarily get to the basket a lot. I wish he would. I think he's at that age now where that stage in his game where he just doesn't want to get hurt.
Right.
So he's just gonna do everything in like within those lines. Like that's just what he's gonna do. But like I said, plus 20, he must have been doing something well outside of running with the starting lineup, which is probably why he was a plus 20. But yeah. Anyway, well, how you feel? What you got for me for Evan?
I'm good.
Yeah, there you go. Sounds good to me. So Julius Randle.
Like I really don't have anything. 15 minutes he played, 4 points. Like I know he's gonna play better than that during. Well, I hope he plays better than that during the regular season. So
I hope he plays that well. Well, I hope he plays that many minutes going into the season. I don't mind Evan. I've said this plenty of times. I don't mind Evan on my team. I just don't know about him starting, but I also don't know about who's going to start in his place. I can't say that it's Quentin Grimes just yet. I can't say that it's Cam Reddish. So unfortunately, Evan Fournier is our starting point guard.
Point guard.
Oof. Wow, that hurt.
Evan Fournier.
Yeah, well.
Definitely not the.
Oh,
well, you know what?
Wow, that hurt.
Shouldn't say definitely.
See, I'm looking at it on the screen, and all I did was glance, and I said point guard. Jeez. Evan Fournier is our starting shooting guard, no matter what. Unfortunately, until someone else better is there, until Grimes shows that he's him, until Cam Reddish shows that he's him, it will be Evan Fournier.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be Cam. But is it just my eyes, or is there like there's a line after each name? But is that line between Evan and Jalen a little bit thicker?
Yeah, for some reason it is.
It's like at first I thought it was a starting five, but then they cut him off. But anyhow, that's
I don't know. I think I noticed that before with this site. It does that. It kind of like fades in and out. If you look down the list, it does it again.
Yeah, Derrick Rose and Cam.
Yeah, with Derrick Rose and Cam. So Julius Randle tonight. No overreaction because it's preseason, of course. But might I say, this was one of those games for Julius where it was a bit frustrating to watch him. Kind of like there was a point where he was. I don't even know when that was. He was doing something well. It's hard because of history to not jump on him every single time something negative happens. Because even when RJ does well, like RJ took a three at some point, and I'm like, that was a bad shot. That's a bad shot, RJ. Bad shot. So I'm honest with all these guys when they take bad shots. It just stings a little more when Julius does it. It just stings a little bit more. 10 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, 6 rebounds, 3 for 11 from the field, and 0-5 from 3. I mean, like I said, there were some frustrating plays. There were some plays where he was sloppy with the ball. He was losing the ball. One play, he lost the ball. He had to dive for it and threw it to someone, and it became a scramble play that turned into a missed shot. I just, like I said, I think he can do it for a little bit. He can do it in spurts. He can do the team thing. Like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna do this shit. I'm gonna do it. I swear, I'm gonna play team basketball. I'm gonna do it. And he does it for like 2 games, and then the 3rd game, he's like, man, I'm Julius Randle. You know what I'm saying? And I think that this was one of those games. This is one of those games, and that's why the numbers look like that. All the other games, his numbers have not looked like that. When he played team basketball, I just hope he looks at that. When you play team basketball, your numbers are better. They just miraculously are better. When you want to play one-on-one all game, you're 3 for 11.
Yeah.
He made 3 shots in 28 minutes. Now, on the flip side, he is taking less shots. So I can't really be too mad at him. You know what I mean? Maybe he's taking less shots so he can give those shots to other people. But now it's just like, all right, well, the percentage looks even worse when you finally get your time to shoot because you're giving up shot like he shot the least out of Evan Fournier. Everybody else on the starting lineup shot more shots than him, including Mitchell Robinson, which is not going to happen every game. They're not going to throw Mitch the ball every single game. They can. It can happen. He's open that often. There was a few plays tonight. There was one play in particular where RJ had the ball. I'm like, the alley is right there, and he didn't throw it. You know what I mean? They sometimes they overlook Mitch. They really do by accident. And I think it's just habit. But Mitch has really been great around the basket recently. But Julius, man, I just really wish he can stay focused on team basketball for as long as possible. That's just my goal for Julius this season. How about you? How you feel about Julius tonight?
I want to see him aggressive. I want to see him getting those rebounds. He's good for assists. That I'm not worried about. But I do want to see him. I want to see him shoot well. I feel like his shot is very hesitant. Like it always looks like he's thinking about it while he's already in the shooting motion. He's still thinking about it.
Yeah.
That I don't like, but I feel like the more he sees it goes down, the more confident the shot will be. And then you'll start seeing him during his all-star season. You'll start seeing that come back. So that's really what I want to see from Julius Randle. I really don't want to see the attitude. I don't want to see the negative team interactions. I don't want to see him throwing laptops at any assistant coaches. I don't want to see any of that drama on the sidelines. I just want to see him use that aggression, that energy in the game to help propel his team to a win. That's really it. He's the leader by all of the standards. He's the star, whatever. So I need to see that from him. He needs to lead that way, and I think everything else will fall into place.
Yeah, I think the thing about Julius is that I think I don't like doing this to the guy because I don't think he's a bad play. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think that he is incapable sometimes of playing team basketball for as long as possible because I don't know what it is. Like it's like for some reason he has a point to prove all the time,
which is not bad. It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but when you have a point to prove, you can't play team basketball. I mean, a personal point to prove. Like Jalen Brunson has a point to prove. Jalen Brunson wants to prove that he's the point guard for this team. He wants to prove that he's an actual all-star point guard. But he still plays team basketball. You know what I mean? Julius Randle is like he wants to prove every doubter wrong game after game after game. And at some point, you have to notice that takes you away from being able to play within the team flow. Now, missing shots, people miss shots all the time.
That's going to happen.
You know what I mean? I'm not mad at him for missing shots. That's going to happen. But it's the shot selection. You know what I mean? It's the kind of shots that you're taking at the time that you're taking them. Just very odd timing when it comes to when he takes his shots. I don't know. That's just I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to beat on the guy too much, but I just wish that things were a little bit different when it came to how he plays sometimes. But I digress. Moving on. Let's get to the bench.
Do we have to?
Yeah. Pardon me. I hit the mic because I got mad at the bench. I don't know what's up with the bench this year. They are really, really off. They're really, really off. My boy Wave even says it. The bench stinks. They suck tonight. I mean, they were one of the best benches in the league for the past year and a half. So it's odd to see them struggle when their bench unit didn't really change much. You know what I mean? Like the bench unit hasn't really changed. Starting lineup changed.
Mm-hmm.
Bench unit hasn't really changed. I mean, you added Hartenstein, but it's like the guy is probably the best team player in the second unit. If we're really being honest.
So what do you think is missing? What do you think needs to happen in order for them to stop, as they said, sucking?
I think they just need to more time together and learning. Because the thing about Quickly and Obi is they are momentum players. They're not the guy that's going to come in and set the standard by running the pick and roll and making the smart play and then taking the smart jump shot and getting the guy get the guy to the open hit the open cutter, and they're not going to play. They play off momentum and energy. And I noticed that with Quickly today, and it kind of bothered me that I even thought about it. Is sometimes he just pounds the shit out of the ball, and it's just swing the rock, bro. You know what I mean? And I love when Quickly is feeling himself and he's in that groove, but he kind of does this thing sometimes where he doesn't get anywhere. He pulls it out and he does it again. It's like, no, quick, swing the ball, swing the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do notice there's certain people who doesn't like passing it to. I mean, we all know he likes passing it to Obi.
Yeah, that's a man.
But there's some guys I feel like he doesn't like passing the ball to. And not just passing the ball, but it just doesn't, their energy just doesn't match. It's just very, very weird. So but yeah. Let's start real quick, right? So Quickly had 6 points tonight.
Why you look stressed?
Because it's like he's the most frustrating player on our team to me, because I know how good this guy is. You know what I mean? And it's like he has to wake up sometimes.
I mean, I said it a couple of times on the show that you just never know which IQ is going to show up.
You never know.
You never know. So it's hard. That's why he'll never be a good starter until he can figure out who he is.
Right.
How are you going to start a guy you don't even know who's showing up?
I don't. And the thing about Quickly is like his energy when he's on point. His energy is so infectious. The way the team just feeds off of his energy. If Quickly's on fire, like you're most likely gonna win that game. That's just how the energy that he feeds to the team. Especially if it's a home game. Oh man, like good luck. You know what I mean? Because it's just the energy. But when he's off, and then he's trying to find his game, it's just ugly to watch. It's very ugly to watch. 6 points. He doesn't turn the ball over much. That's the thing. That's the other thing about him is that he's on the floor, and then the thing that I do like is that when he's not scoring, he is at least grabbing rebounds. He grabs a lot of rebounds for a guard, like nine rebounds tonight. You gotta love that. You don't see guards crash the boards much. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 points. He was 0 for 2 from 3. He didn't take a lot of threes tonight. Excuse me. Sleep. Late game. 3 for 9 from the field. It's just he just needs to lock in. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is.
And that's what it is. He needs to lock in. He needs to figure it out. And I don't know how he can get, like, I think it was you who was showing me the summer, not summer, but yeah, well, I guess it was classified
summer
summer.
workouts,
yeah. And these clips were better than the cam ones because it wasn't like it was clips. It was
a full game. Yeah.
You saw it, and he was playing aggressive. And I haven't seen him play that aggressive in a Knicks game since probably his first season. And he looked confident. He looked like he knew exactly who he was. And I was just like, yo, if he plays like that during the season, then yes, I could see how he would be in talks to be a starting point guard on some team. But as soon as the preseason starts, he goes right back into that same nonsense he was doing at the end of the season. And I don't understand it. I don't know what changed, but he needs to figure that out. And until he does, like I can't say I'm an IQ fan and I'm rooting for him.
Yeah.
I remember when he was drafted, I was like, yo, I can't wait to see this guy play.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know.
It's just frustrating because one day he's playing like amazing, and the next day it's like, yo, what you were just doing it 2 days ago. So I don't know. Not as bad as the 4 for 18 last game. I mean, he made one more shot last game, but he also took 9 more shots. Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't that bad. It looks like he's trying to tailor himself in. It's like, all right, I'm not making shots. I'll swing the rock. I'll swing the pill. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of what you want from a guard is, all right, my shot isn't falling. Let me get everybody else involved. He only had 3 assists, but he definitely struggled. He struggled tonight. And I just you hate to see it. But it's one game. It's one game. It's one game. I'm not tripping. But like I said, we came on here a few weeks ago and we were talking about, I was talking about, like, well, let's test quickly out with the starting lineup. And you can't do that when you have games like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very frustrating. So, Obi Toppin, also 3 for 9 from the field. They really love each other. 6 points, 3 for 9 from the field. They love each other, man.
Yeah, let's go out there and have a 3 for 9 game. All right, break.
Yeah. Look, both of them. One personal foul, 1 turnover. Obi, though, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Obi does not get rebounds. We talked about this because he's out in the fast breaks.
Yep.
6 points. Is it worth it for 6 points? Like, and you know, I'm just bragging on Obi right now.
It's a momentum thing, though. Like when he does like a fast break into a dunk, like it makes the other teams nervous. It gets the crowd into the game. It hypes up the team. But yeah, he has to lock in and do some other things. I was listening to Eru's show. Shout to Die Hard Knicks podcast.
Peace,
and he was saying that he can't stand the fact that Obi is constantly in a position to go and dunk. And I'm just like, listen, I get it. And he's right, but at the same time, he's gonna do what he knows his strong suit is, and that's dunking. And I mean, what are you gonna tell Obi? Hey, stop dunking? Like,
you can't tell him to stop dunking.
That's what I'm saying. So he's gonna keep. This is where he's gonna be at until he finds his rhythm in shooting threes, because that's the only other shots he takes.
I think the key to Obi's game is is a post. Because it's slow, he needs to find a way to slow his game down. Whenever he's taking threes, he's rushing it. Whenever he's taking to the basket, he's rushing it. He's never taking his time. Everything is quick with Obi. There's never a methodical way and get myself into a point, get myself in the position to give my teammate a pass. It's just, all right, we gotta make a move. Like, everything is impulse. There's no wait, clear it out, create something. And you don't want him to start creating off the dribble. So you kind of want him to get in the post, feel where his guy is, see what the floor is doing at that time. He's quick enough that in the post he can break out of the post and go straight to the basket and lay it up there. That's an easy way to get a bucket by slowing the game down. It takes you about 3 more seconds and you got a guaranteed bucket.
And he's a pretty decent passer. So if he can't create anything while he's in the post, he can swing it out to the right person.
For sure. And that's the thing. He's a team player at the end of the day. So he's not he's like glasses on. He take the glasses off. What's that? It's not quick. That's not quick. It's quick.
That was a little stab, but
you know. Listen, I mean, they're best friends. They're gonna look for each other. I mean, it was like Julius and Evan last year. It's like they took showers together. It was kind of odd. It's like they only passed to each other, bro. Like, I just understood. I was so confused.
That didn't confuse me, because I know Julius, he loves passing the ball to the shooter. He loves it. Anytime there's a shooter, he'll pass it to the shooter.
He was passing the ball a lot to Elfrid Payton when he was here. And he can't shoot the damn rock. He's a buddy guy.
Maybe. They did have a connection there, yeah.
He definitely had the connection. It was him, and then he had Reggie Bullock was another guy. After that, he happened to be a shooter, but I just do think they had a connection. There's a few times I see RJ open, and if we're really being honest, RJ's been probably the best 3-point shooter on the team this year, and he doesn't really look for RJ. I mean, he does look for RJ. Don't get me wrong. There's a few times where I know he passes it to RJ, but he didn't really want to. Because if you really wanted to pass it to him, you would have threw it to him when you first saw him. But you wait till the defense gets to him, you throw him the pass. Kind of. There was a play this tonight where, oh my God, I wanted to scream at this guy. He gets the ball, he's driving it up the court. Now he's about to get to half court, and RJ is ahead of him on the other side of the court, diagonal. And he's at the free throw line, or just getting past the 3-point line, ahead of Julius, and Julius is lefty. So that diagonal pass to the right was an easy whip with the left hand. When you're right-handed, it's a little bit harder. If you're not, good, you might two-hand pass it. But when that's a quick dish off right there if you're lefty. And he waited it out, so RJ kind of went, and then instead of cutting to the basket, he cut to the corner, and then Julius did the thing and then threw the ball to him at the 3, and then RJ still took the shot because he felt like he should have took the shot anyway, and he missed. But that's what I'm saying. You could have got him the good shot. You could have got him the good shot, and you get him a shot that he shouldn't be taking, which is a contested 3. But like I said, I don't really want to beat up on every little thing Julius does, because there's a lot of guys did tonight that just frustrated me. It was just Jalen Brunson had the most turnovers on the team. Yeah, I did see that. So, that's pretty much it. Just to finish up, Quentin Grimes showed himself tonight. He had a cool lineup of 0 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound.
Much anticipated arrival. Quentin Grimes, the starter, who's going to replace Evan Fournier, and 0 points tonight. I'm like I said, I'm good with Evan for now.
By default, that's the thing. It's sad because it's by default.
I said it. Who else? I already told you I don't believe in Cam. Grimes is not showing up.
It's not good when you're saying who else about your starting whoever. If I'm your starter at any position and someone is saying, well, who else are you gonna put? I'm squaring up.
But
it's not a fight.
But you know what though? I you know why I like this? Because it shows the area where we need improvement. So the next time there's going to be a move for someone to come in onto, we know what the position is going to. Well, I shouldn't even say we know, but at least the fans are aware that that's the position that needs to be adjusted. And if we can get the right shooting guard in there, we'll be all right. Then Grimes can do whatever he's going to do, develop, and then he can fill in on the B squad, and we'll all be happy in the playoffs. But I like that it's a clear cut focus of what we need to improve.
My concern with that is I don't know if there's a trade to be had for a guy that's better than Quentin Grimes without including Quentin Grimes. And that's a concern of mine, because clearly they didn't include him in the Donovan Mitchell trade. So to me, I feel like everyone that's going to try to trade with us is going to want Quentin Grimes just because.
Take him.
And that's not going to happen. That's the thing. They're not going to give him up. So now you have Quentin Grimes, and you're trying to trade, let's say, Evan Fournier and Cam Reddish, because those are the 2 guys you're going to get rid of. And you think you're going to get someone better than Quentin Grimes by trading Cam Reddish and Evan Fournier.
I mean, there's a lot of people who still believe in Cam, so it's really possible.
And they are alone on that boat. I mean, I believe in him as well as an NBA player, but like I said on last show, what he needs is not here. What he needs is not here. I'm so sorry, and I don't mean it in a bad way. He needs the ball all the time, and he's not gonna get it here. Cam's not gonna get it here. He has to get it elsewhere. So it's, to me, I just don't know how we're gonna do this. How are we going to trade Cam and Evan and still somehow find a way to get someone who's better than Quentin Grimes so that Quentin Grimes can still stay on the bench?
But we have picks.
I'm just saying it's just a messy situation. Like, none of it makes sense. Like, the whole shooting guard like debacle makes no sense. Because, like I said, you're gonna bring someone in. You're gonna try to bring someone in who's better than Quentin Grimes by trading them Cam Reddish and Evan Fournier, two guys you haven't gotten any inquiries in trade requests just yet. None. I mean, maybe somebody asked for Evan, like as an add-on to an already like silly ass trade that clearly didn't happen. But nobody wants these guys. I mean, I haven't heard anybody was looking for Cam Reddish or Evan Fournier. I haven't heard it. So they don't have much value. They're not going to bring in someone who's better than Grimes. That's why that whole situation is messy to me. I don't know how we're going to clear up this shooting guard thing. That's going to be every year there's a position where there's an issue. Now, don't get me wrong. Each one of those guys can bring us something. You know what I mean? Like, I think Evan can bring us something in the starting lineup or the bench. You know what I'm saying? Because he's had that experience. Quentin Grimes, I think that he has a lot to bring to this team in terms of defense and, spreading the floor, being able to shoot the three. So between defense and being able to shoot the three, I mean, we're still waiting to see some playmaking, some finishing at the basket from Quentin Grimes. Yeah, he has the team game. I mean, he does everything Cam doesn't do well. And the only thing Cam doesn't do well is gel with the team. You know what I mean? He has the talent. He just doesn't gel with the team just yet, and he just doesn't know when to take the shots. Like, look at Cam tonight. Cam Reddish is 1 for 5, 0 for 1 from 3-point line, 2 rebounds, no assists, 2 points. Like, play your way into this position, guy. I can't stick up for you. Like, I can't stick up for you, bro. I will not stick up for you shooting 1 for 5, expecting to get a solid rotation spot. How are you going to do this? How's it going to happen? Anyway.
It's not
going to happen. Hartenstein, 2 for 7 from the field, 4 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. I think he had 2 turnovers, 3 fouls.
I think he just needs to feel comfortable in the position.
Yeah, he's still getting used to playing with certain guys. Rose is back tonight.
Yep. Somebody try to take him out.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm over here yawning, so y'all know we're definitely about to get out of here. But yeah, it's
I want Sims to get nice. I want him to get nice. That dude is strong.
Sims is gonna get nice. They're just developing him. He's a hidden gem. I'm pretty sure he's a lot better to them than they're letting on. And I think they're not letting him know how excited they are about his development. Because they just, they want him to continue working. They want him to keep working hard. But I think Jericho Sims in about 3 years is a freaking animal. Because it looks like he can take the mid-range if you wanted to, if you needed him to. He's not scared to put the ball on the floor. He grabs rebounds. He'll dunk on anybody. But I want to see Jericho be, like you said, I want to see Jericho get nice. He only played 1 minute and 51 seconds tonight.
Yeah.
But like I said, I knew he was only gonna play a lot of minutes. You got Mitchell Robinson ahead of him. You got Hartenstein ahead of him.
Yep.
So but listen, man, we won.
Yeah. Take that.
105-89. We start the season off pretty well. Let's see where we are when it comes to let's see. Just wanted to see where we are when it comes to the schedule and how we're going to start off our season. I guess we can end out. Let's end out with this.
It's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a rough one. But let's talk about how this season will start. Let's get the schedule here and boom. Oh no, wrong one. Okay, so obviously we know we're starting off the season in Memphis.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, everybody assumes that to be a loss for us.
I really wish I had tickets to this game.
Man, I really did. I really did. I mean, I could have gotten tickets and went and gone because it's in Tennessee. Tennessee. Obviously, it's in Tennessee. It's in Memphis, which is probably like 3-4 hours for me. And I could have went, but really, I'm not gonna go for that. But I would have loved to be there the first game of the season. But I would definitely not like to drive all the way out there and then for us to lose in an away game. And being a Knicks fan in that arena, I'm sure that would not be fun.
We win that game though.
I really do. I really think we
hate
can
to start off the season 0-1.
I'm gonna be honest. I think we're gonna be a lot better this year than we think. That's just me personally. I think we are more tooled to be a consistent team this year. Especially our starting unit.
Yes. I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, a definitely more consistent team. I think we can top out at about a 7th seed, 6th, 7th seed. I would love to get into the 6th seed and surprise a whole lot of people. Just so we don't have to fight for a play-in. Of course, that's the goal, is to get to at least the 6th seed, so you don't have to fight for a play-in. But I think we can get there. But I do think we'll at least be in the play-in, and have a chance to get ourselves into the playoffs. And I'm betting on this team for that. But Memphis starting the season there on Wednesday, then Friday. These games are more rapid, man. I love it. Detroit on Friday.
That's a dub.
That's a dub. Orlando on Monday. That's a dub. Charlotte on Wednesday. That's a dub.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all at home. I think we can beat Memphis. I think we can. I honestly think we can beat Memphis. I'm not saying we're a better team than Memphis. Careful. But I do think we can beat Memphis. And then Milwaukee. Depending on the team that shows up, we've beaten Milwaukee before, with and without Giannis. Yep. I think if we play defense the right way for the entire game on Giannis, that's a winnable game. And we have guys that now can put pressure at the rim, mid-range, three-level scorers, and then everybody was saying, like, you got on the pre-pressers media day stuff, everybody's asking, like, oh, you have 3 guys who are mainly lefties who like to drive to the basket to get all their points. How do you think this team is gonna gel? And I'm like, yo, like, do you guys watch basketball?
That's a weird question, though.
Yeah,
like nobody ever said, hey, you got 5 starters who are all right-handed. How do you think they're gonna play? What do you mean they're gonna?
Nobody ever talks like that about righties.
Yeah,
never. No one ever talks like that about righties.
That's stupid. It's like they made an observation and said, oh, let's see what they think about that. Like, they're playing basketball.
And that's what I'm saying. Whoever asked that question, you don't know basketball. They're going to figure it out. These guys can take jump shots. They can shoot. It's not like you got a bunch of guys who are scared to take 3-pointers. There's no Ben Simmons. All 3 of them, Julius, Brunson, and RJ, are not scared of the 3-point line.
No,
not one of them. So yeah, you're gonna have some spacing there. These guys are gonna space the floor. Don't get me wrong; they're not Klay Thompson. None of them Clay. But they're not Draymond, so I think we'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my thing with that. Just to finish up, we got the last five, the last five of the first 10. Cleveland, Atlanta, Philly, Boston, and Minnesota. That is going to be a tough 5-game stretch.
Yeah, Cleveland. Did Atlanta win against Cleveland, or did they take the L on that?
I don't remember.
Let me see.
I don't remember.
What that was that Wednesday? Let me see. Yeah, Cleveland beat them.
Cleveland beat them.
Yeah.
And how did Donovan do?
That's really what I wanted to see, how he gelled with them. From what I was watching, he looked all right. It looked like he found spacing for him to do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just a small sample size. Donovan, he did. Oh my God, he was 8 for 26, but he finished with 24 points because he was 4 from 10 from the 3-point line. But 8 for 26, God.
8 for 26?
Yeah.
Donovan?
Yeah.
The guy we're about to trade the whole team for?
Yeah. But Darius Garland, he looked like he was playing well out there. He was 8 for 21.
Bro,
and they still got the win.
Have problems with,
but they won.
No. They're going to have problems with shot selection. I think they're bad shot takers and makers, both of them.
I think Garland is all right. No.
A bad shot. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. He just knows how to make bad shots. That's actually a good thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like J.R. Smith was a guy who was a bad shot taker, but he was also a bad shot maker. These guys are bad shot makers, but there's more risk to it than reward, especially when you're both coming out shooting the percentage that you're shooting. That'll work well in the season. It's not gonna get you anywhere in the playoffs at all. And I think that's been a lot of the issue with Donovan is playoff basketball. And I don't know what's changed. That's why I don't mind him here, but I didn't want to. I would like him here as a free agent. Like I will stand on that rock by myself if I have to. I would want him here as a free agent. I'm not gonna say no to a star, but I'm not trading half of my team for someone who is not a A1 star. Right. Not doing it.
There's one question in the chat that I think we answered that already, but you may have just came in.
Big L, shout out to Big L 139th and Lennox. Are we going to the playoffs? I think if you're asking me that as a Knicks fan, I'm gonna say yes. But earlier we spoke about it. I think that if we do get to the playoffs, it's by way of the play-in. We can land in there somewhere, and I think we are capable of actually beating a team and getting in our own spot into the playoffs. I'm not sure if we can be a top 6 team, so that's why I can't guarantee you a playoff spot, because like I said, if you're not in the top 6, you're not guaranteed a spot. And there's a lot of good teams in that top 6. I mean, we're talking about Philly, or we're looking at them on there on the screen. Philly, Boston, it's 2 of them. You got Atlanta, you got Cleveland. You still got Miami. You still got Toronto. A lot of these teams, they're good. So, can we make the playoffs? I think we will.
Yeah,
by way of the play-in. That's just me. But yeah, man. Where was I? Cleveland, Hawks, Sixers, Boston. Yeah, I don't know about that. Minnesota's looking okay with Gobert, but I don't know. I'm not scared of them.
I think we're gonna beat the Hawks, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I think we can beat the Hawks. And that's gonna be in the Garden, so you know that Trae Young is gonna come.
Oh yeah,
that's
he will.
Going to be
he will for sure.
That's gonna be a hell of a game. So Trae Young in the Garden on November 2nd. That's gonna be fun. And then the Boston's come and play in the Garden on Saturday next weekend. So yeah, man,
Evan will be starting that game.
You kidding me?
You heard it here.
He's gonna have 47. Evan's gonna have 47 that game. I mean, he might not 47, maybe 27. I'm not lying about that. He might have 27 points just because it's Boston. I don't know. He sees green every time he sees him. It's weird. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all we got. I don't want to drag it too far, as I'd like to say. Any last words for you, Cuzzo?
Go next. Nah, I wanna go to at least 2 games this year. At least.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm gonna go to 2 games this
year. Yeah. So I'm just saying, New York, play well, so that when I go, there's something for me to cheer for.
Right.
But, I'm excited for this team, though. And there's been a lot of changes in the Eastern Conference, so I'm not so quick to say we're gonna be 6 or we're gonna do the play-in or whatever. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and shout out to
Boston, Cleveland, Brooklyn.
Yeah, Bucks, Heat, 76, Bucks. That's 6 right there. Mm-hmm. That's 6 right there. You know what I mean? It's a tough.
I'm not worried. Let's just see how things play out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think we can beat any of these guys on any given night. All of those teams, I'm not scared of on any given night. Which is why, like I said, if it comes to a play-in, one game, throw the ball out. I think we can beat them.
I think the Heat is probably the only team that I would be unsure about because they have a really good coach, and he makes.
I'm not scared of him no more. I used to be before the point guard thing. Last year, you know how many games we lost to them? And it was like this every single time. But there was always a smart decision maker on that team and not on our team. And we finally have one on our team. I think we're going to be a lot better than people think this year. That's all I'm saying.
I think so too, and we should be.
That's a team that was in the finals, and then
we should be. Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, the end of the preseason, start of the season tonight. The season starts tonight. They will be in that gym. They'll be working out them kinks. I guarantee you, Tips got a lot to yell at these guys about. A lot. Starting unit and bench unit. I hope none of them think that they're going to be exempt, including Julius, including Jalen Brunson. I think last game, I think there was a play. Brunson threw a lazy pass to Julius, and then coach lit up to him going to the bench. So yeah, I mean, that's what you want to see. Even the guy, and I mean, listen, he's known him since he was a freaking he wasn't even 10 years old yet when he met the guy. So I'm sure that's kind of like a fatherly figure anyway. And his dad's on the bench too, so I'm sure that doesn't hurt. But yeah, man, that's all we got, and we will see you guys next week on Wednesday, post game, after we beat the Grizzlies to start the season. Start the season 1-0. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Talk that talk.
That's the energy we got today, man. Like I said, if you're here, if you're watching on the replay, hit that like button, subscribe, follow us. We got the all of the tags at the bottom of the screen. Tell a friend to tell a friend. God up Knicks, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Take care. Peace.